say I have a DPCO or whatever.
I win.
I don't have.
I win. First time ever.
It's ridiculous. It's like, I'm Phil Hellmuth. I can wear the sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
And I got in a big fight with him. I said, beep, 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 beep.
Oh, yeah. They'd be like, hey, you want to wear this patch for $20K? It was like crazy, right? We were on hard floor and broken glass all around us.
Yeah.
Don't know why. And you were like sick. You were throwing up. And you're like, I gotta go. I want to go back to my hotel. I don't want to be here.
I can actually tell where my brain's at in terms of the health of my brain based on how I'm playing chess. So he said something to the effect of like, it comes from when we were having the problem with the Jews. And I go,
what?
I was like, whoa. So I pulled the mic away from him. This guy is the CEO of a company that's shitty, right? Mm-hmm. But I still don't feel like this is the way.
No, I know.
But this isn't TV. This isn't a show. This is real life. Okay, so we're comfy, right? We're going comfy, and we can you can sort of give us the explanation as to why the comfy is important for today.
I mean, I think that you should be able to be comfy if you want to be.
That too, but like we just went through the process of you doing the shots.
Yeah, today's been this is day 7 of the shots, IVF shots, and I'm sore, and my stomach is all bruised, and I want to be comfy.
Yeah,
like putting on jeans right now would be horrid, I think. So I'm Biebering it up.
So I went with like your vibe, you know, hoodie, hat, the whole deal.
Do you remember when I was crying earlier saying you're going to look better than me on the podcast?
Is that what you, I don't remember that. I remember you just text me and you're like, the crying is happening. I'm like, what crying? I was like, because you've been pretty good for the first 5-6 days in terms of like keeping it together.
Keeping it away from you too. Like I've been sad.
But it's just like hormones, right? Making you cuckoo.
Yeah. I've been like crazy sad and then like annoyed and irritated kind of. But then today I just couldn't stop crying. For no reason, like everything, just
like,
oof. I could cry right now.
Knowing that everybody else has gone through this, like that's a thing, right? It's not so that I mean, I wonder, like for you, does that give you any sort of peace of mind knowing that this is like a normal? It's not because like I look at it this way: you're crying, which is actually happening, but I was saying it to you while it was happening. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's just the hormones messing with you.
I don't know if that it is, but I know that logically, but emotionally, it doesn't feel that way.
In the moment, it feels real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, why am I crying? What's wrong with me? Right. So it's been like that all day.
Yeah. And then you thought, okay, this is a good segue actually, because then you're like, oh my God, I look like 500 pounds in this thing. Like I'm all fat or whatever, which reminds me, because we talked
in my big hoodie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kidding.
We talked about this in bed and I kind of wanted to clarify it because I watched the podcast and we were talking about, what's her name? You know, the Blake Lively, you know, and then we talked about fat shaming and I said something like fat shaming is a good thing. And then you were like, and I never got to like explain what I meant. Like, obviously, making fun of people that are fat is dumb. It's awful. You should never do that.
Right.
But I was sort of mostly referring to the idea. It's like twofold, right? Obviously, if you have buddies you're friends with, like trying to motivate them, and like a lot of guys when they're on the golf course, we needle each other in that kind of way. Like, come on, buddy, you got to lose a few, haha, you know, in a friendly way to your friends, right?
Yeah.
Not shaming, but like sort of, you know, getting behind them. And then like the other side of it is.
You don't know what people are going through.
Of course, right? I mean, what I was going to say was, I don't think you should just like shame people that are fat. Like that's not a thing. But what I do think though, is I think we have to like not tell the lie, which is, you know, this idea of like, I mean, the movement of body positivity, which is to say that like, it's fine, you know, it's good for you, like as though it's a positive thing to be obese, right? Because we know it's not as healthy. Yeah. That's all I was that's what I meant. I wasn't going to say like, go out there and fat shame everybody. It's good. But it's like guys needle each other. That's how we talk in the golf course.
Yeah, that's fine. I also think like you should let people be who they want to be. And like if that's who they want to be and that's how they want to feel.
I totally agree.
Like you're never going to make me stop drinking soda.
No. I'm saying
you feel me?
Be whoever you want to be, but like as long as you don't think this is like a really like you can't like
I'm not pushing it on people.
You can't gaslight people into thinking that it's like a healthy thing. Like
no.
You know, like I see these TikTok channels and I'm like, these people that show like what do I eat in a day, right? And it's like you know, it's like somebody who's obese and they're eating like I don't know, it's like celebrating eating.
No, I know the ones you're talking about.
Like 20,000 calories, you know, like oh, where are you going? Oh, you can't go on her, buddy. He's going to want to come on your tummy. Not see how that came out? He's going to want to come on your tummy.
You're disgusting.
I mean, he's just there on the side.
You're disgusting.
Okay, he won't be on your stomach.
Okay. Yeah, he can't be. I won't let him. Like, I can't.
But yeah.
I'm about to put the ice on there, maybe.
Okay. So that's all. I basically was like, again, I thought that when I watched it back came off as like
an asshole,
insensitive, but it was like, you know,
it felt that way in the moment too.
Yeah. That's why you were like, you know, it reminds me many years ago. Oh, I don't even know what you thought, but I'm going to anyway. I was doing whatever. There was this, I was in Sweden and we were doing like a poker awards thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy won an award. It was like a Swedish, Norwegian, one of them Nordic people. And he's like coming up to accept, maybe we have video of this. If we can get a video of this, it's crazy. So he comes up and I'm like, his name was Nebuchadnezzar or something.
Nebuchadnezzar?
So, yeah. And I'm like hosting the show, right? So I'm like, I go to him, I was like, so where does the name, Nebuchadnezzar come from? And then his English isn't perfect. So he said something to the effect of like, it comes from when we were having the problem with the Jews. And I go, what? I was like, whoa. So I pulled the mic away from him. I was like, all right, we're going to move on. And the poor guy, that's not better, is it?
No.
Him being on the pillow?
Rocky, why does it have to be like this?
I don't think that him being on your lap is better than you're on that pillow.
Yeah, either way, like he's been like this for days, annoying as shit, like on your, like in your face.
Yeah, because
like he wants something.
He does.
Anyway, finish your story.
Well,
he can sit here
he
like
looks
that.
so awkward.
Looks so stupid.
He looks awkward. He's not gonna. I don't know, man. That's not. What are you doing over here? Are you looking for tissues? That's what he's. See that tissue you have right there?
Oh,
100%. He's gonna sneak it. Because I had one in my pants that I left on the counter.
Yeah.
And they're always ripped up.
He's going to sneak it.
He'll go right in your pocket. Like if I had one in here, he'd just sneak up like, oh, Dad, I want to come next to Daddy. But really, he just wants
your tissue.
Yeah.
I have notes. Sorry. So I'll just take
No, do your thing. So anyway, I was just saying, like, it reminded me like when you sort of obviously said like,
I changed the subject real quick.
Yeah. That's kind of what I did with the guy. I pulled the mic because I don't know where the hell he was going with that. And he explained it later. He just English was bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was like, let's, so that's what you were doing. You were just avoiding him.
I was avoiding, because I thought that you were going to go into some shit, and I'm like, oh no, here we go, sort of thing. Yeah. So let's move it along.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, why do they have to be with me?
I told you, because you're upstairs a lot, always. So they see you, they get excited. They're around me all day. They're like, whatever. They're used to me.
They watch hockey all day.
Yeah. They hang out. We play chess. Yeah. We watch hockey, all the things.
Last night they were on me too when we watched Dexter. Okay, but wait, we'll talk about that later. Dexter, right?
And chess too.
Dexter and chess. It's exciting for me.
Yeah.
To talk about chess.
No, but it's not about just chess.
I'm kidding.
This part is. Okay, let's just talk about the chess part now. We'll leave it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's very simple. First of all, two things I want to mention about chess.
Changing it up.
Hey, relax, buddy. What are you doing over there? He's looking in the mirror. My chess game, I can actually tell where my brain's at in terms of the health of my brain based on how I'm playing chess. And like the last 2 weeks or whatever, I've been playing very, very well. Like my rating's getting up there, except I make a lot of mistakes, whatever. So like I can always sort of do a brain check, And when like I'm losing every game, it's like somehow I'm not present, So it's a little mental, like I can always tell where I'm at.
Well, when you play and you're like, you just busted out of a huge tourney and you're just playing to get out of your own head, you're not in the greatest headspace to be good. You're just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
Right? You're just playing to play.
Yeah. Some people say like you can tell where your headspace ass based on what kind of porn you're watching.
Headspace ass?
Yeah. You can tell you can tell where your headspace is at based on like what porn you're watching.
Really?
Yeah. Like I know some people.
I guess my headspace is always in the same place.
In the exact same place?
Yeah. There's only a few that I like.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-porn. Sorry, guys.
I understand. Not that I'm cutting you off there, but the chess thing. Okay. So the reason I brought it up too is because I thought this would be something interesting to you because it relates to poker in a way too. So Magnus Carlsen, okay, best chess player. He's number one. He's the poster boy, right? He's the big. I know superstar.
He is the blonde.
Yeah, he's not blonde.
He's blonde, isn't he?
He's not blonde. Okay?
Oh yeah, he just sounds blonde.
Magnus Carlsen sounds like a blonde guy.
He does.
So anyway, he's playing this tournament, which is FIDE, FIDE, which is the organization that runs it, and like he's playing this thing. And there's a dress code, and he wears like jeans for one of the things, and they say like you can't wear jeans, and like we'll fine you,
right?
Like a few hundred. He's like, I don't care, fine me, whatever. He doesn't care. So now for the next round, they tell him is like, you can't play in jeans. And then he does an interview.
Oh, he thought he was just getting fined for wearing jeans.
Yeah, like the first time he was.
But he could still play.
The first time he got fined, and then he's like, whatever, I don't care, no big deal. And then the second time they're like, no fine, you just can't play in the jeans, right?
Okay, so he came back the second time in jeans?
Yeah, he came back again to play in jeans because he's like, I don't care about the fine,
okay.
whatever, right?
It's almost like us keeping the basketball court up even though we're being fined.
Yes,
We don't
exactly.
care. It's the same kind of thing,
HOA
right?
said if we keep the basketball up, which is the dumbest thing, you can see it from the road. They want to fine us $100 a week. We're like,
And he said, fine, we'll just pay the fee.
I counted how many weeks are in a year. And it's 52. It's $5,200 for a basketball court in the backyard per year.
And you were like, so fine me.
Yeah, fine
And
me.
I don't think that they were like expecting that answer.
Right.
So
No.
anyway, that's what it reminded me of.
But Magnus said this. He's like, that's their rules. You know, they say I can't play with jeans. It's fine. Fuck you. That's literally, did you watch that?
Yep.
Where you said, fuck you, right? So I'm like wondering, because here's the thing. I sort of get both sides, right? Like, why the fuck should it matter what you're wearing, right?
But it's a rule, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, where do you, like, because I know you don't think it's a big deal what you wear.
No.
Like,
No.
No.
I mean, I guess there are times and places you can't wear like tank tops and shorts into a nice restaurant.
The thing is, though, okay, he's your superstar, right? So the question is, and people always think this in poker, like me and Phil Hellmuth, for example, or Phil Ivey. People always like think, you know, oh, we get special treatment and all this kind of stuff. And I don't want any. I don't want any rules that are carved out for me. Nothing like that. Like, I don't want whatever sort of amenities I have at the World Series of Poker in terms of a back room or whatever. That's a separate issue. But in terms
people
of like,
fuck off about that.
huh?
If people are upset about that.
Yeah, I mean, I do enough for them, like, you know, with the vlogging and all this kind of stuff and promoting. So, like, I don't have any qualms about that. But what I wouldn't want to have happen is like a different set of rules, right? Like, and this sort of thing here, my concern is, well, I'll give you an example. During the big game, okay, we had a rule, no sunglasses on the show, okay? Phil Hellmuth came on. He wanted to wear the sunglasses. We're like, Phil, you can't wear the sunglasses. He's like, I'm Phil Hellmuth. I can wear the sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
And I got in a big fight with him. I said, beep, 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 beep. I called him all kinds of words you're not supposed to say.
I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah, in front of people. They were like, whatever. I just ripped them because I'm like, what are you doing? Because here's the thing. I'm a rules guy, right? I hate the idea and the precedent you set when you're like, oh, Phil can wear sunglasses.
So you can.
Nobody else can.
I agree with that.
Right. Yeah. So Magnus Carlsen, you know, if they make the exception, say, you can wear jeans, but nobody else can, right?
Yeah.
Like, what if Tiger Woods, in golf, they have a stupid rule where you can't wear shorts. Unless you're in the Live Tour now, you can wear shorts. But on the PGA, you can't wear shorts. You gotta wear. What if Tiger, like in the heyday, when he was at his best, going to Masters, final round, and he's about to, and he just like shows up in shorts?
I bet they'd let him play.
That's the thing, right? So how far? So that's the question. Like, how much do you carve out rules?
How much do you bend for like someone who's like going to give you the best ratings ever?
Yeah. Like, you can call them prima donna, you can say what you want, but like, how far do you go for people like that? Like,
okay, let me ask you this then. A lot of people I've seen, not a lot, but a good amount of people say, well, why are you allowed to film at the World Series, but not other people? Other people can't with your vlog all year, right? People ask that
because
and they're like,
that's
that's not fair.
Because that's not true.
Okay.
So just so people know, when I do the vlog or whatever, I'm not the only one. There are several people. What you got to do, and Christian knows this, you got to get media clearance. So you have to go through the application process. You have to get like a press pass, if you will, to be able to film, right? Okay. And if you do, and there are rules too. I remember I got reprimanded, and it was a small thing. I didn't think it was a big deal, but like, no filming hole cards when a hand is live, right? There was one hand, I'm all in, so I didn't think it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I show my cards on the camera, and then it showed in the vlog the next day, and I got shit for it. They're like, that can't happen again. I'm like, okay, gotcha,
Well, you're a rule follower.
I'm a rule follower, and but I think it's like, you talked about it too, like a nightclub might have a dress code, right? No jeans, no shoes. But if Brad Pitt walks in,
he gets to come in.
Yeah.
We know that. Like in Hollywood, that happens a lot with celebs. There's a dress code, but they can come in like a ripped white t-shirt and sandals, and they're like, put them at the table. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like, where's the line? Do you think because you're famous, you should get those things?
No. I mean, in that case, it's different though, right? Because it's not like a competition. That's just like, that's your club, that's your rules, that's fine, right? But if we're playing a game, or if the rules are supposed to be fair for everybody, and you're allowing like, special treatment for certain players.
But we're not changing the rules of the game. He's just wearing jeans, right?
Like, I honestly think, and I'll say this, and I'm cool with Phil, but there's been times where Phil did shit that during the World Series, he should have got a penalty for. No question. And partly, I think they were afraid to give him a penalty because of who he was, and they didn't. But if it was, average Joe who did the shit that he did or said the shit that he did, they would have been like 1 round penalty.
What about you? You don't think you've ever done anything like that? Just wondering.
Have I ever done anything probably worthy of probably? But nothing like...
Just like hitting people or like... I'm just kidding.
Dropping a chair, throwing a selfie. I threw a selfie stick in a corner, didn't hit anybody.
You did. That was great.
I dropped a chair when I played with Helmet.
That was one of my favorite things you ever did.
What?
Throw the selfie stick?
Yeah, you love it.
I love
Can
that
you
shit.
believe that the clown show, this was such a clown show. It's like these people never played sports. I'm in a $500,000 buy-in tournament, right? Or whatever, 250K. I rebuy 500. Now I'm in it, you know?
Yeah.
One card away from a big one, and I'd had a stressful 2-3 weeks at the series, and I'm filming the damn thing, you know? And then like I get rivered in an ugly fashion.
And this had been a long World Series.
Yeah,
too.
it was brutal.
Yeah.
So I smashed the thing, throw it in the corner, right? Now the narratives were unbelievable. Like one dude was like, this is evidence of domestic abuse.
Oh, they said, I bet Amanda's getting beaten at home or something. And
they said this is why women don't play poker, right?
Oh, right.
Like as though like, oh no, they're afraid, you know? So David Peters, who was the one in the hand, like we had a running joke forever.
Yeah, he was like this. He'd be like,
oh, you know, I'm afraid for my life, you know? But it's like, these people don't understand like competitiveness, right? So you look at Tiger Woods, he throws a club sometimes. You see if John McEnroe breaks a racket, like hockey players, you know, smash their stick. It's just like a, you know.
I mean, if it happened every day, that'd be different.
Yeah,
it's
if you're doing that all
like
the
a
time.
random thing.
If I threw the selfie stick and it hit like, you know, someone, I think that's but the leap to suggest that someone who does that, you know, it's equivalent to like domestic abuse.
Can we put up my favorite GIF? Is it GIF or GIF of Daniel kicking the remember when you guys had the plastic dividers between you during COVID? And I have it. He gets up and he kicks it and then went because you were nervous that you.
I still remember this fucking well. This is like right when people started to play poker again and COVID, and they had there's so many things that happened during COVID that made no sense. Like, oh, you have to wear your mask to walk to your table, and then you can take it off. As if the air doesn't circulate everywhere, right? So they had these dividers, like playing poker.
Yeah, it was like they were tall, like
but they all had these cubicles, and we were like, and this is like a 25K, whatever. I just played that match online. I got beat, you know, so whatever. So now I'm playing against Chris Brewer. You know, he's a good young player, and at the time, I don't know if he's still doing it, but he was doing what they call randomizing, right? You know, which you use the clock. We're on the bubble, right? We both have good chips. I raise the button with like pocket 9s or 10s or something. And he, you know, looks up at the clock, goes all in with ace 4 offsuit for like 35 or 37 big blinds, which is a lot.
Okay.
You know, and
then you kick it.
And then he said, you know, he just said blame the clock for that one because he rolled. You know, that's what they do. They roll a number. And if the number is like whatever, it's, you know, robotic, but whatever. That's what he did.
Next.
I'm sure it's fine. But then I was so tilted. I said, I'm going to break this glass, right?
Yeah.
And then I meant to just grab it.
Plexiglass, by the way.
Yeah, I meant to just grab it and pretend to kick it.
Yeah.
But when I grabbed the top of it, the whole thing pulled off. I look like such an idiot.
I know, but you do things like that.
It's funny though.
You do like funny shit. Like
and then I laugh
like
at myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just laugh. It's so stupid.
I like that shit.
When
I think it's hilarious.
people lose their shit, I think it's funny. Like I love watching Helmuth lose his shit.
Me too.
I think that's what people don't get. It's exciting. It's interesting. You know, people are interested in watching characters, right?
Oh yeah, I remember like that's why I loved poker before I got into poker. Is the characters. It was so much fun to see everybody just be themselves. And now, you know, everyone's like fucking boring.com at the table.
Boring.com.
Jeez.
Well, listen, here's the thing though. You talk about a different era though, right? Because
I like that era.
Back in our era though, there was incentive, right? Like people, online poker sites were throwing like tons of money at people just to, you know, get sponsorship and all that stuff. Like you could make a brand, you could make a name, and you could make
they'd be like, hey, you want to wear this patch for 20K? It was like crazy, right?
And nowadays, nobody wears logos.
No, not you. No,
no.
Hey, by the way,
can I just tell me like crumbs all over
Can I just say that Rocky is farting again?
You always say this when he sits here.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with him.
He did eat a lot.
It's insanity.
You're obsessed with smells. It's like
it's fucking wild. It might not even be Rocky. It could be you. It could be Apollo. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Rocky.
Because he's right next to you.
Yeah.
It's probably Christian.
Probably.
Blame Christian.
You should get Apollo, though, because he's sad and all alone by himself.
Apollo, come here. Come here, buddy. Oh,
I feel bad.
He does look sad.
He is.
Come here. Oh, look, he's going to want me to pick
Come
up.
on.
All right. I'll pick your lazy ass.
Yeah, I feel bad.
You're demanding lazy ass. He's chunky monkeys.
I like him on me.
You like him chunky.
I like him chunky.
You do. You like him chunky.
Oh, he went, is he good?
You good? Yeah, you good. Okay.
He looks so uncomfortable. Okay.
So you were talking earlier about just how, like, especially this week in between Christmas and New Year's.
Well, there's nothing to do.
It's just like the days don't exist.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Yeah. I knew you were feeling that way. I don't feel that way ever. Yeah. I knew you were feeling that way.
Not working out. Yeah,
you start getting antsy and like unhappy with what you're doing. If you're not like really on a schedule sort of thing.
Yeah, but I've been fine this time.
Yeah.
You know, I've just been like working. I've been trying to be there for you because you got this shit going on too.
Every night you're there.
Yeah.
When it's time for a shot.
You know, I bring up the ice pack and which you got right here just in case.
Yeah, I'm sore.
You're falling apart. I know. Mm. Yeah, you got bruises all over you.
Do I have a lip gloss all over my mouth?
No.
Really?
No.
Okay, just making sure. Feels like it all like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't feel that way?
What?
Just like out of control because there's nothing to do between now and New Year's?
It depends how long it would go on. You know what I mean? But like I already knew that after the trip, plus I got a cold somehow.
I know.
Right when I came back. And luckily you didn't get it.
So far.
You're not going to get it.
Like if you gave that to me right before surgery, I might choke you out in your sleep.
You don't have it, obviously.
They literally wouldn't put me under.
It's been like, since the day I got back, which was the 20th, it's like 9 days. You know, and it's basically gone.
How has it been for you watching me do these shots? Easy peasy?
How's it been for me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't even know. Like, I mean, I don't.
Like you don't care?
No, it doesn't hurt me. I mean, I don't fucking.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You have no empathy for me.
Oh my God. It's like, well, how do you answer that? But like, honestly, if you're in a relationship and says, how's it been for you?
Yeah,
when literally she's jabbing herself with needles and I'm just sitting there doing nothing.
Because I'm not letting you do it.
So like, how is it for me? It doesn't hurt at all.
Just like watching.
How is it to watch?
Yeah. It's all right? Does it bother you?
This is one of those questions you ask me. I don't even have
an answer to. It doesn't bother you?
What about it would bother me?
Like, oh, she's might be in pain.
No, I feel bad for you that you're in pain. That's why I'm always there. Mm-hmm. But in terms of like, you know, I just want to give you rah, like it'll be good. You're almost there. Yay.
Don't hit him.
Get it. I almost shocked
you
him.
go, so do you feel good? Don't feel like you're going to pass out or anything? All right. That's it.
What else?
Then you go downstairs. It's just funny. It's like Groundhog Day with these shots, isn't it?
Well,
it feels like that.
It's gone by faster than I thought.
Not for me.
Of course, I would say that, right?
Yep.
But I mean,
it's like when I'm like dying in pain. You're like, I hurt my finger. It's like I almost wanted to kill you one time.
I was actually thinking about that earlier today.
You've done some things.
Just how like you're dealing with that, and I was gonna be like, oh man, this booger in my chest has been gross, and it's been. But I realized like, but the thing is, you forget sometimes. When it's when it's every day.
You forget.
Yeah, well, I'm a human because like you have a lot of stuff, right? Mm. Not even just now, but just in general,
And they told me this would be harder on me than most because of the endo, and it is. It feels like what it feels like is my ovaries are this big, and they feel heavy, and it feels so uncomfortable, like to sleep, right? So if I turn on my left side or my right side, it feels like they're like hanging almost.
Yeah, but that's what they said.
They must be huge. Yeah.
Like that's
so like the medicine, progesterone, all the stuff, it's stimulating your ovaries to get those follicles growing, but they hurt and they cramp, and I'm not allowed to use a heat pad. And it's the first time in my life I've been like cramping and not able to use a heat pad because it can burn your follicles apparently. Like I'm glad they told me that because I was using it day one.
Mm. Can I segue?
Okay.
From that, because like I'm thinking about like us now, right? I'm right. Said Canadian.
Oh, I know where we're going with this. It was my idea.
I'm 50, you're 40, and we're talking about follicles, ovaries, and vaginal creams and pains and shit like that.
Ew.
And like, that's not how our life was when we met.
No, it wasn't. I talked about this last night. I feel like everybody's seen those memes where they're like, in your 20s, you do whatever, right? And that's the truth. For us, it was the truth. Like you will stack on top of each other in a cab, in a car, just to get to a bar, to go drinking, even if it's an hour away. You're like, okay, let's go. Woo! Everybody's going, right? And in your 30s, you start asking more questions like, who's going to be there? That's what or like, think I'm going to drive separately. I'm not going to ride with all you fucking guys, right? And then you're like 40 and I'm like, I don't want to go.
Yeah, just period.
Like I'm just not into it anymore. Yeah. But it's just funny because everyone would tell you, just wait till you get older. Just you wait. You're not going to want to party so much and go out and go crazy. And I'm like, yeah, fucking right. I am the life of the party. I'm going to be fucking snorting up my whole life. Like, I don't know. I never felt that.
Right. For you though, it's like different than some too, is because when you were doing that, you were not even diagnosed.
Right.
So you were just partying because that's like a way to escape your brain, and you didn't even know you were self-medicating.
No, I knew I was depressed sometimes, but I just knew that I was fun. That's what I knew.
You're still fun.
Yeah. Not like that.
Just don't leave the house.
Not like that.
No.
Let's talk about one of the fun things we did once.
Okay.
Let's see if we can embarrass you.
Fine. Good luck.
No, it won't happen.
Good luck.
So this one time in band camp, I was maybe 24, 23, 24. And so that means you're 33. And we went downtown LA. I had you come because Melissa, it's always Melissa's fault. Melissa Costello, I'll call your fucking ass out. She always wants to do the weirdest things, right? Mm-hmm. So she's like, everybody has to go to Pee Wee Herman tonight. Pee Wee Herman, we're going to this show. It's going to be so great. And you and I are like, we don't really care about Pee Wee Herman.
I watched him when I was a kid.
Yeah, but we'll go. Yeah, exactly. But we'll go and like, because who cares? We just want to go out and drinking anyway, right? So we're going to go to this show. So it was me and you and Melissa and Eddie. Melissa and Eddie were together at the time. I like to say that. And who else was with us?
Oren
and Regev, his best friends from his childhood. Yeah. Love them, by the way.
Yeah.
And house guest Andy.
Oh, yeah.
House guest Andy. Too. I like to bring him up too because he was there. See how long this goes back?
Yeah.
So we're going and we're downtown LA and we started going to dive bars and we were wasted before we even got to Pee Wee Herman, right? All of us drunk. You, the worst. Daniel used to be wild. So we get to Pee Wee Herman and we don't have enough VIP passes. Remember Melissa?
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
No, hold on. We went to the show first.
No, at the door. At the door, we were missing 2 VIP passes. We only bought 4 or something.
No, but what I'm saying is like, we went into the show first. We watched the show and then there was a VIP thing for VIPs after show.
Okay.
So like we realized that and we're like, well, let's go back in.
And you're like, I'll pay this guy and we'll go anyway. The security guard.
I did the Scott Disick.
Yes.
I was literally slapping like every single one of this. I just was putting $100 bill in their hand.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't get knocked out, but
I was giving them $100. Mm-hmm. Most of them were like, cool.
One
you know
guy.
I mean? One at the very end. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He was the last guy we had to get through. I greased like 7 guys, $100 a piece.
Yep.
Went to this guy. Hey, high five with 100.
He's like, no, thanks. Don't want your money.
He's like, no, you can't come in. I was like, that's fine. Here, take it.
Yeah.
And then,
but
then I went off.
The best part is we had Oren and Regev, and they are like very tough Israeli. And you know, you're good. It's good to have them around. Is what it felt like at the time, right? They're tough.
I said things I don't even want to repeat.
Yeah, we don't. Maybe don't.
To that guy?
Oh, don't.
Ooh, I think I said one thing. I said something about him being like a glorified janitor or some shit.
I don't. You were being awful.
Yeah, I said some bad things.
And then when you're like that, and I'm young, I egg you on because I'm nuts.
That was it. Like you think I was nuts, but it was like I was only nuts with you. Like that.
Stop.
Mostly you. The craziest nights I had in my life
have been with me.
Yeah, and way back then.
I laid in the bed earlier and thought about it and all the weird things we've gotten into. I've never done that with any other guy.
Really?
Never. You're the only one.
Yeah, sure.
Like I wouldn't tell you.
I'm just saying. It seems like
the weird shit that we've gotten into.
Okay.
Never, ever, ever not with anyone else.
Well, I feel honored then.
Seriously.
Yeah, some of those nights were wild.
Think about my exes. Never.
Huh? Really? Okay. Well, you mean the ones that you were serious with?
Yeah. Well, who else? What do you mean? Fucking dating or like having sex with? Who cares? No,
you were doing in Hollywood and what floor
I don't either.
What fucking floor you woke up on and.
I don't either. Listen, nobody knows that. So literally don't know.
You don't remember.
No, but you're the only one I've gotten this wild with. And we have so many stories and we're going to tell one. Like every episode, I can probably tell you one.
That night, I don't remember when this happened, but I think
I'm not even done.
Okay, I was just...
Go for it.
No, I was just going to say, I think after that, we didn't get in.
They wouldn't let us in. No. Melissa went. Fucking Melissa went and watched the VIP show. Yes.
And the show was just Pee Wee Herman on a stage doing like the shtick,
Yeah.
I can't even do it now because my voice.
And she went to meet him after. Honestly, we didn't really care about doing that anyway.
No, I mean like what? I'm a big Pee Wee Herman fan.
Exactly.
Like as an adult?
Uh-huh.
No. So then like we went to a bar.
Dive bar downtown LA.
This is where shit got nuts.
Oh God. It was, that might be the most I've ever drank in my life that night because it was
out of control.
Last call comes around, it's 2 a.m. in LA and they're like, last call guys, you got to go. And you were like, no, 40 shots.
I ordered, there was like 6 of us.
Yeah. 40 shots. And the guy was like, no, it's last call. And you paid him. And he was like, fuck it. And he poured 40 shots.
A lot of money seemed to be going out of my pocket that night.
Yeah. On you. All about you. You're doing it yourself. No one's asking.
No, I know.
And then like they gave us 40 shots. Everyone's taking them. We are fucking a disaster. Right?
Yeah.
Andy, house guest. I told him I wouldn't go too far.
He's tiny.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I know he can drink, but like he's tiny.
So he had to be carried out of there by Oren and Regan. His friends Israeli. We get outside. It's pouring down rain. And Andy literally can't stand. He has to be held on shoulder, carried all the way to Eddie Sabat's apartment downtown LA. And then the next thing I remember is you and I waking up on his hard floor in broken glass.
No, it wasn't Andy's floor.
Eddie.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie and Melissa's floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing. This is where we were different. Cause like you're the LA thing, all this degenerate, fucking dirty.
You didn't care then.
Yeah. They live in a, like,
They
whatever.
lived in a
They were in
studio
downtown.
apartment.
It was a studio. They had
Yeah,
like
a little one.
A little bed that was on the floor and there's glass everywhere. And imagine us doing that now.
No.
No, I'm saying like that.
That's the whole point of this, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, Melissa and Eddie's apartment was a studio, and it was really a nice one, actually. You just don't remember. But
we didn't stay though.
no, here's what happened.
We tried to stay.
I woke up and I looked around, and we didn't have the bed. We were on hard floor and broken glass all around us.
Yeah.
Don't know why. And you were like sick. You were throwing up.
Ew.
Yep. And you're like, I gotta go. I want to go back to my hotel. I don't want to be here anymore.
My hotel. What was I
You had a
staying with
hotel
you?
in Redondo. I lived in Redondo.
We stayed at that little boutique, or had that little boutique place.
Yeah. Yep. So I just remember in the cab, I was like the most put together one somehow. Don't even know how. But you laid your head in my lap and you were so sick. And we just like went back to your hotel and laid down, and we left Andy at the apartment. And he was so mad at me the next day.
What, because we left him?
Yes.
Well, were we going to carry him? Oh, oops.
He lives with me in Redondo. And we left him downtown LA. Sick as a dog. I think he almost died.
Alcohol poisoning?
Yeah. It was that bad. So that's just like.
And you know what's funny is that when at the wedding, because Oren and Regav came, Andy was like, I want to sit with them.
He loves them.
Yeah, they're great.
He loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the tamest story I have
Should
about
I call
us.
out my buddy Regav right now? If he's watching, he's probably not watching.
Call him out what?
Okay, I was just telling Christian this earlier. So Oren and Regav, my best friends in high school, were like brothers, you know, the whole deal. And you were saying that there could be a thing with you, like sometimes you just don't text people back. I've been texting Regav for the past year and a half. Every month I go, monthly check-in, da-da-da-da. And I get ghosted. I feel like crazy ex-girlfriend. He never texts me back. I saw Oren. Oren came here. You know, we talked. I was at the studio, da-da-da-da. I talked to the sister, whatever. Regav, they call him, they say he's a hermit now. He doesn't leave.
Well, he's going through something.
Maybe. But I kind of want to, I was thinking about doing like a, you know, fake call from a fake number and pretend like I'll do a Russian accent or something.
And see if he answers.
And then have him talk to him and they're like, you bastard, you know?
I think it's rough when you're in like a depression, which I think he might be. Talking to people that you know really well is harder.
I swear to God.
Because you have to catch up.
So this is what I was telling Christian, because I had a dream about him last night. In the last year, I've had like 10 dreams about this where I've run into Regav, okay? So I run into Regav in this dream and I don't know where the hell we are. We're in like some gym or something like that, like going whatever. And I see him and he seems kind of like standoffish or whatever. I was like, what's up, man? And he's like, what? He's like, and he's kind of quiet. And I was like, I don't know, are you mad at me about something? And he's like, kind of. And I'm like, well, what? And he's like, well, so like when you said more rake is better.
Oh my God. How stupid.
When you said more rake is better, and then it didn't seem like you were standing by the pros. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my God.
Dreams make no sense.
But they can.
Yeah, but like they're all over the place,
They
right?
are, yeah.
But I've had dreams. I had another one. We were in the mountains hiding out and people are trying to kill us and we're together and he was still upset with me.
Jeez.
You know, I don't know. So I think I'm going to have to just drive to LA.
No.
Just knock on his door.
No.
What?
You can't do that.
And how?
You can't do that.
Yeah, I've been, a year and a half. So
you can't walk. Nobody likes.
But here's the thing.
Nobody likes knocking on doors.
Here's the thing. As much as I know, like what you shared about, it's not usually about you. After a while, you wonder, like,
is it about me?
What did I, like
Yeah.
what? Why wouldn't you even say?
No, I've had a lot of friends be like that. Even with
Yeah.
Melissa, like I don't. It's not that I mean to ignore or I don't want to hang out or all that stuff. I just when I don't feel well, it's really really hard to catch up.
Yeah.
And text and talk.
Right, but you get why some people get like they make the assumption. They're like, well, I guess
Not all people.
Huh?
Almost all of them do
right,
that.
but you get why. It's not like it's not a strange place for your brain to go.
Mhm.
Like, you know, you make assumptions too sometimes where you might be right, but you don't necessarily need to be. Like,
everybody makes assumptions.
yeah. So like I try not to. I try to go to the source, but I can't get to the source because he won't text me back.
But you asked Oren, that's his brother.
Yeah, and he's like, he's just the hermit. He doesn't hang out. He just stays home.
Yeah,
And
that's not a
so
good excuse though.
I know. Well, it is what it is. But
maybe he just doesn't want to tell you what's going on with him.
I don't know. Maybe I think what it is probably is maybe because it's been 30 years since we used to hang out all the time, and it's like maybe he doesn't want to reminisce. He's not in the mood. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe he'll watch this and want to reminisce.
I'm going to send it to him. I'm going to clip it, send it to Oren and go, Regev, what? Mapitom, no. What's the deal?
Why?
Yeah. Anyway. So what have we been doing?
What do you mean? What have we been doing?
We've been watching.
Oh, you have your little thing over here with Dexter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dexter Original Sin.
The prequel.
So I'm going to give you the floor. I want you to explain to people. So for people that don't know what Dexter is or what the concept for the show is, because this is not the first go of it. It's been around for a long time. Like, who's Dexter? What's the deal?
Dexter Morgan is a forensic spatter analysis for the Miami Metro Police. And he is also a serial killer.
Yeah, he just happens to be a serial killer.
Yeah, but he got into that so he could know how to, look at crime scenes and know how to set them up so he doesn't get caught, right? And his father was a policeman there too, as well. He also went to medical school and then decided to go into forensics so he could work the police station and get all the criminals that slipped through the cracks, right? So that's what it's about. But he only kills people who are bad. They have to have killed someone.
Right.
They have to be a killer. There's a code.
That's what they call the code, right? So from, I remember is like the dad, which wasn't his real dad.
Harry Morgan.
Harry Morgan.
He saved him as
he noticed the kid had the dark passenger in him, right? Mm-hmm. He's like, this kid's like, I don't know, he's playing with killing animals.
He was killing animals,
like that.
And Dexter told him.
Yeah, and he's like, I got the dark passenger. So now he's like, man, this is just a kid. He hasn't killed anybody yet, but like he's going to.
So we have to teach him to do it the right way.
Maybe I'll give him like some rules. So like the code, rule number 1.
Never get caught.
Rule number 2.
You just have to be sure is the rule number 2. It's like you have to be sure.
So you have to have evidence and proof that this person is bad.
And he goes above and beyond to get evidence to make sure the person is a killer or rapist, but they've also killed. They have to have killed someone, I think.
Yeah. So in this show now, I've mentioned before that Jonathan Little to me looks like Dexter.
Yeah.
And in like the original Sin, the younger Dexter with the long hair, I see Landon Tice.
I can
he
see
looks
that.
like Landon Tice. So it's like Landon and Jonathan Little.
He only had long hair for one episode.
Well, yeah, but then like even with the short hair, I can still yeah, he's got a different facial structures. Obviously not the same person. They try their best, but like I see the connection. But anyway, the thing I thought was interesting about Dexter and the fact that we're watching it, especially at the time we are, is much like Tony Soprano.
Let him go.
No. Okay, you want to go? Okay, go.
Come on.
No, he's fine. Here, I'll let him go. So much like Tony Soprano, right? Tony Soprano was a mob boss, sociopathic killer in the mafia, right? They have their own code, like the mafia code or whatever.
Yep.
But like, you watch the show and you're rooting for Tony.
Yeah.
Okay? You watch Dexter.
You're rooting for Dexter.
You're rooting for Dexter. The reason I think the interesting parallel is because of what happened recently with the CEO who's just walking down the street and some guy, I don't know, Luigi, whatever the fuck his name is, just like cold-blooded, just kills the guy, right? Mm-hmm. And now, in real life, like TV's one thing, rooting for Dexter, rooting for Tony, but like there's this whole big group of people now. Careful, he's gonna fall. Like I
don't know what you want me to do.
Give him to me. Come here, you little shit. I'll break your teeth. How about that?
Come on, you chill.
You gotta stop doing that. You just gotta relax, okay?
He can't relax lately.
Okay, yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, so now there's a whole bunch of people that are like glorifying this guy, right? Mm-hmm. And so I get it, like eat the rich, right?
Yep.
And this guy wasn't just a rich guy. Like,
no, they say he was a bad guy, right?
He was the CEO of a company.
United Healthcare.
Led to a lot of people losing their life because they were just denying claims, right? Like all insurance companies, they're scumbags with that. They just I've seen people that work there and they're like, nope, you just, first thing you do.
Like there was one person who said their mother needed 40 chemo treatments to stay alive. And they said, we'll pay for 28. Yeah.
I remember like a whistleblower came out and said, what we were told was, number one, always, no matter what the claim, first time deny.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
You always deny first, then they have to refile a claim, right? Then they have to refile it. So now it delays it. And for a lot of people, they don't have the resources to continue to file, to continue to fight for the money that is earned to them. So there's no question, right, that this guy is the CEO of a company that's shitty, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I still don't feel like this is the way.
No, I know. It feels weird, doesn't it?
Of course. Like, I don't think this guy's not a hero.
No.
For just going on the street and murdering the guy.
No.
Like, and I think it's really creepy and weird that people like, so many people are like, well, but he deserved it or whatever. It's like, buddy, this isn't TV. This isn't a show. This is real life, you know?
It's also different. Like, I don't know. Is he responsible for a lot of people's deaths? I don't know, like the whole...
So, theoretically,
like in a way,
well, theoretically. So basically his company, I think, I don't remember what it was. And again, I don't know all the details.
It's United Healthcare.
Too deeply. Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Right. But his specific one, apparently they had like the lowest rate of claim, you know, or whatever. I don't know. And he's a CEO, right? But the guy's, you know, he's a father. He's got kids. And there's a lot of people who have jobs that, you know, they have fiduciary responsibilities. Some people are shady. Some people, but like, you know, this vigilante shit in like spots like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like shocked at how he's been embraced. And you said this too. He's good looking.
I didn't say that. You did.
No, I said, but like we talked about this.
I don't think he is.
I'm saying, but like that's part of it. Like if he was the guy who burned the woman on the train, right?
Oh, I can't
like,
watch it.
People wouldn't look at him like, oh, you know, but because he's got abs. There's a picture of him with abs and a 6-pack, and he's like got a smile.
No, I didn't even see any of that.
So you didn't see any of that, but yeah,
I saw that he had a good smile.
Yeah, like they show him backpacking, and he's got like his shirt off, and you know he's like in good shape and whatever, and then people are kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Would you feel like, so with that, do you feel like, say you knew there was a real Dexter in real life that we knew who was Dexter, who was like vigilante type, and he killed people who were murderers and rapists and all those things. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah. See, that's the thing, right? Because partly you think like in some ways, like all superheroes or whatever, like vigilantes, you know, like you look at Batman, you look at like, they just do good things. You know what I mean? And it's like this case, it's like, it's a very Dexter-like case in a way, right? If you knew the CEO was doing things that like specifically led to a bunch of people dying, I don't know.
No, I'm asking you about a Dexter.
What?
Like person who actually like kills people on a table with a knife and does
I think that's better than killing it, just like random innocent people. But like, so if basically you're saying there was a killer who just kills people who raped people.
And murders people.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with it.
I know, right?
That's the thing.
You don't want to put that out there for people to like try to aspire to be.
That's why like so it's like the mafia, or it's like there's a moral code. Yeah. Like even in the mafia, you watch Sopranos, like they have rules within, you know, their system of thing, right? Like, and it's like if this, you know, Dexter has his own code.
I love his code. I like that he's like
there is a moral code despite the fact that he's doing something, and it's because he has to. Like, do you believe that? For example, like, you know, sociopaths that have that gene or whatever that has to like murder, do you think that's like curable, or is that just like...
No. Okay. So when we talk about this, there's psychopathy and sociopathy, right? And they're grouped together a lot of times within psychology, and they are under the umbrella of antisocial personality disorder. That's what in the DSM, the book of mental disorders, that's say like if you go to a psychologist and they think you're a psychopath, that's what you would be diagnosed as, antisocial personality disorder. It's called, there's a cluster of things under that. Like borderline is under that. Psychopathy is something that's there. Narcissistic personality disorder is in the cluster, things like that, right? So psychopathy isn't really like, they don't just say that someone's a psychopath that way. They say antisocial personality disorder. And no, it can't be cured. So most psychologists would agree that it's genetic. You're born with it. Sociopathy can sometimes be like a little bit environmental too. I think the difference is a psychopath is very meticulous. They don't have remorse or empathy, regret. Any of those emotions that we feel, they don't have those things. And you can't just make them have those.
So those people just need to be, what? Well, you don't believe in the death penalty, right?
No, I don't think that, because there are a lot of psychopaths who live normal lives and they're just CEOs and doctors and things like that. But it doesn't mean they're going to kill people. Some people just don't have the empathy and the remorse and all the things.
Right, but so those people that don't have the empathy or whatever, they do kill.
No.
No?
All psychopaths, you put them in a box. There's a spectrum, right? But none of them really have the empathy, remorse, regret, those things, right? Their conscience is very different than ours. So they can still lead normal lives if they're on the spectrum on the lower end of that spectrum.
So what about...
There are killers But there's so many psychopaths you don't even realize. They're not killers, and they are a member of society, and they do good things.
I can tell you for a fact, like I've diagnosed myself at least 5 people in poker that are sociopaths / psychopaths. I'm not going to name them all.
I don't think that you gotta know.
I did it myself.
All of the qualities.
I looked at the checklist. I go, yup. Just saying.
Like when I diagnose you with things.
Oh God, you do that. You want me to have something so bad.
No, I don't. I just
What was your latest that I have? CPOSP? Whatever.
No. Okay. Instead of
OCPS, I have
OCPTD. So instead of OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, you have obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Now, I'll tell you why.
Look at that.
Yeah, because we should have that psychologist on because she just did a whole video on this.
Yeah, nobody's ever told me I have this other than you. You make this up.
Why would they? You don't go into anybody to get diagnosed.
I did a therapy thing and whatever.
You did what?
I went to therapy before when, my mom died and all that stuff.
Okay, so you went to therapy for 5 seconds because
I went for a long time.
You went for like a situational thing. You didn't go to
when we broke up. It was both. My mom died and we broke up.
Okay. So when you have the OCD personality, it's more so like it's not the people who want to wash their hands and like those cliche things about OCD. Yeah. It's when you have the personality one, it's mostly like you like order.
Yeah.
You really like things order, and you don't like it when it's out of order, like you do.
Like,
when things
that doesn't
are moved,
seem like a disorder. That seems like normal.
No,
like who likes things out of order?
No, you don't at all. And
well, I mean, yeah,
but
most
when it
people
frustrates you to like how it does you, it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't.
Well, that's just me having a short fuse. Like I have a short temper with stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very expressive person. Like if I'm annoyed with something, I don't bottle it in. I don't pretend.
But you
that I'm
do
fine.
things like say like there's something on the counter and you'll have them there, and like I can move it over here, and like you'll see it and you'll move it right back, like to right where it's supposed to be. Or say I'm cutting up dog food and I'm not using it the way you want to do it, like with the spoon and the fork and the knife, how you want it, and I'm just doing it. You're staring at it and you can't fucking stand that I'm not doing it the right way. You know what I'm talking about.
You know what it is with you though? It is, and I don't know ever. This is funny because if I wanted to like help you with something, right? The process for me to actually do that.
You've done this 10 times with this one thing. I know,
but the thing I've learned is like, if I actually want to help you with something, don't say anything. Because if I say there's a better way to do this, or you should try it this way, there is no chance in hell that you will ever even try to do it or do it that way because you can't stand the idea.
Because you're so annoying.
Right. So you will purposely, she does this, she cuts stuff. So like you cut things with a fork and a knife.
By the way, this is soft dog food. It's like you don't need, you can go like this.
But I'm just saying before they had that, so you have the fork and the knife and you would hold with the fork and you cut with the knife. She just goes with the knife like this.
Yeah.
Right? Which is fine, but I'm like,
but it's not
this
fine.
Is more efficient and better.
He goes like this. He's standing at the sink and you go.
Okay, well.
And you can't stand it. You can't fucking stand it. And you know what else?
But so here's the thing. Like, for a fact that like you will purposely never do it that way now. No matter what. No, you could be like 20 years from now, you'd be like cutting something, you won't use the fork part.
It's just so dumb, I don't even think about it.
Right. But like, even though I could show you that it's like better, you'd still be like, no,
see
I'm
what
not
I mean,
doing
guys? See?
Wait, it is, okay?
It's actually a disorder.
Everybody cuts like that. No, literally, unless you're Kendall Jenner with the fucking cucumber doing this stupid shit.
Daniel has to correct.
You cut like this.
You have to correct everything if it's not doing it your way.
You hold something in place and then you cut it.
See, you
don't
still
just
on
stick
it.
the knife everywhere.
Still on it.
Okay, but this is not a disorder.
So
this
here's
is just
another
normal.
thing. There's a lot of things.
Okay, what else?
But like you have to correct everything, and if you're not doing it like your way, it has to be like corrected to your way.
Okay, like how?
So even little things like Andy was house guest was with me, and we're upstairs.
Fucking door slammer.
We're upstairs, and I was doing you a big favor by doing your fantasy hockey team. Okay, yep. It's like I waited till midnight to get a player for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was doing that, and you go. He was sitting next to me. We were doing the FaceTime, right, for you, and you go. I say, okay, I'm going to log in at 11:57 and do this, and you go, 58, and he goes, like,
I did. I don't remember that.
And it's like
I was trying to be kind.
Do you see what I mean? No.
But no, I was trying to be. That's not true. I was trying to be kind, letting you know you don't have to wait 3 minutes. You can just wait 2. That's it.
It's a funny correction.
I actually wait. No, but I wait 1 minute. So
see, but why do you care?
I set an alarm at 11:59, and then I set the clock for 1 minute, so I make sure that I'm in there at midnight. This fantasy hockey talk, right?
Yeah, we laughed when we hung up, and he said, "I can't believe he corrected you by the 1 minute."
I didn't correct you. I just said, no, you don't have to be that early. You can be 11:58. Fine. Yeah. But I mean, so this is the thing we talked.
No, these are just fun. These are funny things.
You mentioned it last night, but like, I think here's the thing too, that you probably wouldn't agree with. So you're very casual with how you do things, right? That's fine. You got your own little ways, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So when you see someone like me, like in order, you think I'm like this extreme, like, holy smoke, super OCD. When I know people like that, hi Ornella, okay, my brother's wife, like, dude, you like in the sink, okay? You know, like the sink?
Yeah.
If there's a droplet of water, like you wash your hands, wipes it, cleans it, everything's got to be crystal clear. Mm. I'm not like that at all. Like I've seen people that are
clean. That's different.
Well, I mean, yeah, like
this
in terms of
completely different.
So functionality, scissors being in a place that I can actually find them when I need them.
It's just like order, routine.
Yeah, it is partly
things
why
like that.
We have maids, and I tell them because it used to drive me nuts. Why is this? So maids used to come, right?
They're gonna all agree with me after this.
Maids used to come. And they would take shit and they put it in all sorts of fucking cabinets or whatever, right? So now I'm like, where's my fucking spatula that I used for this thing, right? And now I got to look through every one of these fucking cupboards and I have no idea where these people... And then I wonder to myself, like, how did their brain get to putting it in the top right corner where I have to get a ladder to get the thing when it was right here?
It's not like you're going to look for it anyway. You're going to just text Patty and ask.
Well, I look for it for a little bit. So what the rule is, don't put anything away.
I know. Now?
Wherever you found it, leave it there. And guess what? I can find it.
Because it's all just where it was. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like confusing. Disorder is that? It's confusing for me now, though. In the bedroom, it doesn't look like they cleaned because you make them like leave everything where it was. So like they lift up my clothes, clean under it, put them back on the floor where they were. Everything is just cleaned under.
There's not much they can do with your room the way you have it. Let's be real. You have shit in a lot of different places. Where are they going to put it?
Listen, I've been better.
Okay.
Not during Christmas. I got shit everywhere for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm just saying, before that, you have your room and you have it your way. Yeah. But what I think too, and listen, I will acknowledge that I do definitely like things in order and all that stuff. But I think
it aggravates you, is what it is.
But I think you see it as far more extreme than like a lot of just like people that just have shit in there, like organized. Like who do you think's worse, me or Christian?
You.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I'll bet your last dollar that Christian is 1,000 times more. So our last dollar? Yeah, I'll bet you. Look, he's laughing his ass off. Who's worse?
What? Thank you.
Oh, bullshit.
Fucking yes.
Christian's he's lying.
No, he's not.
I have some things.
No, Christian has something. I get what he would be organized with. You are worse in the way that things bother you.
Okay, so
and it'll ruin your fucking day.
So my reactions to them. Yeah. My reactions don't make sense. Yeah. Like I get too mad. Like I actually I lose my shit over. Like,
oh yeah.
Like it would literally be something as simple as this. I need there's a specific spoon I use that goes with a thing.
He's not helping.
And if I can't find that spoon,
it's over.
I won't eat the thing until I find my fucking spoon.
You know this isn't helping you, right?
I'm just saying. I get that my reactions.
Yeah.
Are crazy.
Whoa. And like
I don't have a lot of patience.
No, if anything is moved, there's no patience. And like if out of order or you like to do things in order and you like to say like your day is always in order, right? And if something's like messes that up a little bit, you're not very happy.
This is the part where there's 5 years of this shit and you always say this stuff and I don't buy it. You always say I can't talk to you. I can't do that because your day is so regimented.
It is.
I'm always for you in any way, shape, or form, flexible to do what you want. Yes, it's true. My day, wake up at a certain time, take the dogs out. Then I have my coffee an hour later. Then I have my breakfast. Then I fuck around the computer.
The schedule.
Then at noon, I go to the gym. Then at 1:30, I feed the dogs.
Oh my
and then
God.
I make my food. And then at 2:30, I make my coffee. And then I walk the dogs again at 3 p.m.
Fuck.
I walk the dogs at 11. Then at 5, I have my snack. Okay? And then I'll go walk for a little bit after that. And then at 8:30, I make my dinner. Like, that's my day. Okay?
Yeah, but that's very regimented.
Yes, I understand. But if you ever like want to do something, it's not like, can't do it because I have my 5 p.m. snack.
Okay, one time at the old house, I was upstairs and I was like, hey, let's have sex. Right? And you were like,
look at my watch.
You looked at your watch and you go, man, I got to go to the gym until 1.
What would this? You're making this up
now.
No, I'm not. I know this story.
No, I'm not.
This happened, but like not the gym.
It's funny to me now. It was the gym, though.
Something else.
It was noon.
I had to go to the gym?
It was noon.
Well, I was meeting Christian and...
No, you weren't. It was noon. You were going to the gym. You did
Which
the gym every day at noon upstairs. Every day, noon. And I was pulling you out of that routine. And you were like, oh, you looked at the watch. In that moment, I was like, holy fuck.
Well, I just said like, yeah, I'm going to the gym. So after 1 o'clock.
Like, yeah, that's so exciting.
Well, we can plan for it.
I know,
big to do.
You see what I mean? Though? Like just little things like that. I don't even bother you with that shit anymore.
But I always say, like, I know it is true. With my day, as I have it, I have things regimented, right? But anytime you want to like, you want to let me know you got something going on, you want to like
let you know,
adjust
like
the plan,
a day ahead,
a month,
see,
like a couple weeks, like, put it in the skylight.
Put
calendar.
It on the calendar,
yeah,
and then maybe we can change things up.
No, I'm so much more flexible than I used to be anyway. November, I was regimented. I kicked ass, right? December, I'm eating chocolate.
We're talking about food.
I know, but that's part of it. That's part of it. Food is part of it. Like the regimenting the actual times that I eat. That's a big
part of it, yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm eating chocolate. I don't give a shit. I'll eat chocolate now. I don't care. Mm-hmm. And then probably...
Yeah, and he like watched Dexter during the daytime, which was weird.
I did.
Couldn't believe that.
A bunch of episodes of that. We watched a couple Squid Games, too.
No, I admit, you've been better. And also you like, you couldn't find the scissors and you waited to text everybody and you actually found them yourself.
So there's growth.
So there's little growth
There's
here
no disorder here. This is all order.
Okay.
There's no disorder.
See, here's the thing, though. I'm not trying to change you. I just wanted you to admit.
Yeah, you're trying to fucking diagnose me. You're going to give me Ritalin or something.
I just want you to admit.
Next thing, she's like, take these. This will calm you down.
No, yeah.
Like you always got some fucking, you got a pharmacy of shit.
That's for me.
I know, but
do you think I want to take that stuff?
No, but you always like, anytime I have something, you're like, take this, take this, take this.
A cold?
Yeah. You want me to, here's the thing.
A cold.
So, I'm going to share this, but
No, one more thing real quick. You'll have a headache for 3 fucking days and be like, nah.
I'm okay.
And lay around.
And here's the thing.
Oh, but my head hurts. Oh, but my head hurts. All you needed to do was take one Advil and it's gone.
Yeah. I shouldn't say this because I don't want to promote drug use. Okay. And I do not use drugs. Okay. But she noticed this too. When I had a cold and I went to play poker, this was 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, and she gave me Advil, sinus,
cold sinus with Sudafedrin
and it had Sudafed in it, right?
Sudafedrin.
I sat at that poker table. So calm.
Do you know why?
Zoned in. Why?
Because you probably have ADHD.
She's like, it's a motherfucking diagnosis.
No, because you know why?
Because it usually makes people hype.
Right. Like Adderall makes me so anxious I can't even
and then you say, but you actually...
But it would make you calm.
But then like for a big tournament, even though I don't have a cold, you'd be like, you're going to take it. You should take it. Mm. She wants me to take it anyway.
Yeah, I just want to see if it works.
So the Advil story is worse than you said. It's not just a headache. Christian will remember this. We golfed, right? I have a terrible golf swing, whatever. There was a point where I hurt something in the middle of my back. Okay?
I remember.
It hurt this is before I met Christian, or right around when I started meeting him. Right, yeah, this is right when we first started. For about 4 or 5 months, I couldn't really lift my arms up. Okay?
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the
because
story.
It hurt. And I don't know, it just hurt. I meet him, he's like, maybe take some Advil, it'll help. Okay? I'm not lying to you. I could not lift my arms for 4 months. I couldn't do anything. I took 2 fucking Advil and I was cured.
Yeah.
It was gone. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. This is like an ad for Advil here, but it's true. But you know partly why though? Because I don't take anything.
I know.
So that shit works for me.
But the thing is like, you know how you say I say no to you? You say no to me with everything too. Like if I think that this will help you, I know more about this than you. You should take this Advil, whatever it is. Instant no. I'm
a old school last ditch. I like natural remedies like my mom used to do with my dad when he would have a cold. She would lay him on his stomach, right?
Oh, these are probably crazy.
And she would take these cups. This is Romanian tradition. She'd take these like little glass cups. And this is the thing now, by the way.
Cupping?
Yeah.
I know what that is.
She would take these she would do it like old school Romanian style. Yeah. Take these little glass bulbs, put gasoline in them, light them on fire.
Gasoline?
Yeah. She would put gas or alcohol or something like
gasoline,
that.
babe.
It smelled like gasoline or whatever. It was alcohol. Then she would stick them all over his back. And then you would see like one section of his back would be like a purpley whatever.
I've had cupping on my neck.
Yeah, and he would do the whole back or whatever. Like we had all kinds of like old school Romanian.
That's cupping is a thing.
So I still have in my head like I'm not as trusting or I'm not as apt to take pharmaceutical drugs unless it's a must.
That's okay, but it's just an Advil. We're not like talking.
I'm good. Me and Advil, we're cool now. Advil, sinus, and cold, no problem.
Yeah.
I got a little chest shit. I'll take a Delcium, no problem. I'll take a little of that.
Yeah.
I'll take, I take some Zyrtec now for the allergies, whatever.
Yeah.
So I take some shit, but overall,
you've been more trusting with me in that stuff, like over the last couple of years.
Because you're like, you fix things. You just like want to take it immediately.
Yeah, and I already know what it's going to interact with and everything.
Yeah, because you have to check. because you got other stuff.
Yeah, and I already know. I just know.
Yeah.
Like the main ingredient and what it's going to interact with and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're good. All you take is vitamins. You're good to go.
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vitamin B12, vitamin D, all that, all the good shit.
Yeah.
But.
So you don't have a disorder?
No.
I just love saying that because he thinks that the word disorder,
it's so
it bothers him.
It's like everyone today has to have a thing.
No, I understand that. But when you say like disorder has like a negative connotation to it, it bothers me because I have bipolar disorder. And I don't think that that's like.
Well, I just think of what the word order means.
Uh-huh.
And then disorder means something's out of order, right? So out of order means. Well, your bipolar disorder means.
I'm different.
You have extreme emotional swings, right? So it's a disorder.
You're disordered.
What's the dis part?
No, all
just
of it.
that I get mad about fucking scissors being in the wrong place?
We just named a lot of things.
I have a whole. Okay, I have a short temper. No question about it.
Yeah.
Right.
About those things, though.
I have.
It's about order.
No. It's not just about order. But other things too. And I have I'm not patient.
Yeah.
I'm patient at poker. When I sit at a poker table, I'm fine for hours.
It's crazy, right?
But like, I don't like watching people dilly-dally when I'm in a line.
Yeah.
Fucking drives me nuts.
Yeah.
When they have a chat. Like you're in line, you're 4 people and then the person at the front just chatting like, oh yeah. So if I go down that way, what are they good though? The muffins that they have at that place?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I mean, how much can I get for a dozen? Oh, very nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll, get the fuck out of the back.
You're like dancing and you like can't stop moving when things like that are happening.
Yeah. I don't like inefficient. I also don't like, I wouldn't say this is a disorder, but I get anxious. I hate that. I believe in, a lot of things Larry David said are true. Fuck the idea of having 4 different lines.
He's disordered.
Why do you have 4 lines? Why do you have 3 lines? So that you have to literally make people anxious about being in the right one, right? One line, everybody goes in the line, then there's an order to it, right? Yeah, it's true. Because now you have to finagle. You're like, okay, you're seeing there's 4 lines. You're like, all right, this one seems to be moving a little faster than this one. We go over here. And then you see like, oh shit, they went through. And then you're like, oh no, I found the one lady who's slow as molasses, right?
Hey, this is all good.
All avoidable.
But if this ruins your day,
no, but
you have a problem.
I just don't like inefficiencies in the markets. I don't like inefficiencies in life. Like this fucking multiple line thing.
Yeah.
That just drives, people like me, they should be we were a more inclusive world, right? People that have, what do I have? Fucking DPCOS, whatever I have. People like me.
Obsessive compulsive personality disorder.
Why aren't they not more inclusive to my needs instead of having 4 lines?
Hey, admit you have it and then we'll be inclusive.
I'm going to say I have a DPCO or whatever.
I win.
I don't have no.
I win. First time ever.
It's ridiculous. You just want me to have something.
No, I don't. I really don't. Do you think I want you to feel bad?
No, not feel bad, but you want me to be like, ooh.
No, I just want you to admit sometimes that you have shortcomings as well.
Every human being has stuff, but it's not like some disorder.
No,
you know what I mean?
You can just be extreme.
I'm impatient.
You're just very extreme about certain things.
I'm impatient. I have a short temper, and
you like things in order.
And I like things efficient
and routine.
Yeah, that's it. That's not a disorder.
We should bring my therapist on.
Bring her. Yeah, I'll mess her up.
She knows everything about you.
Oh, good. Yeah, you probably tell her your side. Wait till I'm done.
You can tell her.
She'll be like, no, he's all right.
She knows.
What?
She knows everything.
She knows that I'm pretty close to perfect.
Oh my
Is that what you told
God.
her? You told her that I was pretty close to
perfect?
perfect?
God, it would be so great to have her on and let her just like ream you for all the things you're bad at. I'm kidding. She wouldn't. She would never do that.
No.
She would hear you out.
I've been to therapist before.
Yeah.
Went to a couples therapist.
Yeah, not with me.
No, I know you said that last time too.
Yeah.
And then I did the one my own when, had that stuff. It's fun.
I would go to a couples therapist with you.
Why?
Let's just see what we get into. No, why?
We do it here.
Yeah, that's true. What's
the difference? We have Christian.
This is kind of therapy.
Yeah. We just literally none of the stuff that we had on my whiteboard.
We didn't talk
about half the podcast. No. We covered the Bible, but like this whole piece, not on the whiteboard.
I know, we get on rants. What else is on the whiteboard for you?
Just one other stupid things, but it's like not even relevant anymore. It's about dogs versus cats.
Oh, we can do that for a second.
Yeah, well, because we were talking about serial killers and cats, those little baby cats in the wild. They're the most ferocious.
I forget what they're called.
The ones in the wild, they're like these little tiny cats.
Little.
They're considered the most deadly, like high percentage, like hunters out there. And
they get like their eyes glow in the dark and they're like...
And we were talking about it last night, like who's smarter, dogs or cats?
Oh, people are going to get so mad at us about this.
Why?
Because everyone thinks dogs are smarter, but I don't.
No. Dogs are lovable.
Beautiful, loving
they're
things.
big, dumb, dopey. Roof, roof, roof. I love you unconditionally.
Yeah.
Cats are little bitches. You have to earn their love.
Yeah.
They're serial killers.
Yeah.
They're insane. They're psychotic.
Great. Uh-huh.
Right. Cats are barely pets.
They say you think, no, they don't want to be your pet.
They don't want to be like,
No, they're like,
they want to
feed
come
me.
and cuddle. My dog, when I come home, the dog's happy to see me every time.
Yeah.
A cat is going to be like,
No, I love dogs the most. I'm just saying.
but they're definitely dumber.
I think cats are smarter in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
They can
they're shifty,
catch
they're
prey.
deceptive.
They can live on their own outside. They don't need you. Like these dogs would die in a day.
What do you think it says? Okay. Because we have a friend who watches the show. What do you think it says when like a woman likes to have a lot of cats, but not dogs?
What friend watches the show that has a lot of cats? I don't even know.
My ex-girlfriend from when I was a teenager.
Oh, the one
She has cats.
Does she? The one I love so much?
Huh?
The ex I like so
Yes.
much?
Yeah.
Why can't we talk about her?
Why we can, whatever, but she has cats.
I
What do
told
you think
her, I was like, a lot of stories would probably come up about you. And she goes, oh no.
Yeah. So what do you think that like, cause people say like personality types, like some people really like cats and some people,
I like cats too.
I'm a dog person. I'm not a cat person at all.
Okay. I used to hate cats. I thought they were rude because they are. I like dogs more, but I understand cats because I feel like I relate to them.
Cause you want to be left alone.
Yeah. And like, you got to earn my trust and love and like all that stuff. I feel like I relate to them. That's all. But they always say like a little cat, right? If you died, your dog will lay next to you. A cat will eat you.
Yeah. Fuck, they will.
Yeah. If it's been a long time, a dog will just keep laying there with you and like die with you. A cat will fucking eat your face.
Yeah. I saw one of those videos where like a guy faked that he fell and he had like food in his hand.
Yeah.
And he fell to the ground like he's dead. Mm-hmm. And the cats just fucking went right around him and just started eating the food.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Most dogs would do that too. If we did this, Apollo would eat whatever's in your hand.
So I think, dogs are more loving.
They are. They're the best. They're the best.
And I think probably had a bad experience with a cat. My little dog, Lucky, little white poodle. My aunt had a cat and scratched him in the face.
Yeah, you've always hated cats for some reason.
Cats. They're just.
I'm going to get one.
You're not getting not in this house.
I'm getting one.
No.
I'll do what I want.
I'll put my foot down.
All right.
You good?
I think so.
I think so too.